Yes, good morning. Welcome to the program. This morning, this is News Post TV, and it is the opinion of bystand on the street this morning on the report that we have on the national dailies. Christian Chiku, don't forget to subscribe to News Post TV and also share and like, comment our program. I'm on the streets. You can see it is hustling and bustling in Lagos, and we have bystand behind me that are looking at the reports that we have on the newspaper headlines. I have the Punch this morning. We are going to focus on the Punch this morning, and we are looking at the main headline: Tinubu removes security chiefs, custom boss appoints Ribadu, Egbetokun, others. Abubakar named air chief, Ogala heads navy. Ribadu now NSA. Customs get acting CG. Usman Musawa, Senator Gumel, Ibrahim appointed advisors as president travels to France. Let's look at the picture in front of me. You can see them and the names. Adeni Adewale, acting controller general of custom, and that is Adeni Adewale. Major General Taurid Lagbaja, Chief of Army Staff, Major General Taurid Lagbaja. We have AVM HB Abubakar, Chief of Air Staff, Abubakar, Chief of Air Staff. Kayode Egbetokun, that is Acting Inspector General of Police. Kayode Egbetokun. Malam Nuhu Ribadu, National Security Advisor. Malam Nuhu Ribadu. Major General Christopher Musa, Chief of Defense Staff. Major General Christopher Musa. Rear Admiral E.A. Ogala, Chief of Naval Staff. That is Rear Admiral E.A. Ogala. And we have Major General E.P.A. Udiandeye, Chief of Defense Staff. We are looking at the appointments made by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also the Federal Government Labor Setup Minimum Wage Committee. Airfares skyrockets as exchange rate hits 702 naira per dollar for airfares. It will be very much expensive to go through the air. Tinubu woos foreign investors yesterday meeting Bill Gates and Airtel founder Barty. We have other reports here this morning. Yes, on the tribunal issue. Again, Labour Party INEC lawyers clash over poll materials. We learned that an Amazon technician was at the court yesterday to testify against the INEC, who said that there were glitches on the day of election. That's why they could not transmit the presidential election. But the person said that there were no glitches from their findings on their own part. There were no glitches, as it were, claimed by the Independent National Electoral Commission. We have all the reports here. Pilgrims' fate uncertain as Saudi Arabia set to close airspace. You can see the appointment by Tinubu. There is reactions to the appointment. We have from the south and also from the north. We have 5 southerners and 3 northerners, if I'm correct, from the appointments. Yes, we are on the street to get reactions. I have Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Akirajuku.
Okay, let's look at the reactions to the appointment of Security Chief by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What's your take?
It's in 2 areas.
Okay.
The first area is not what you can give an appraiser until you see their performance while in office. But the second area has to do with the geographical spread, which the constitution envisaged. Unlike the former administration that was not respecting the constitution in terms of appointments. Okay. So I think this one is fair.
It reflects federal character.
It reflects federal character. We can see almost all the major geographical zones being accommodated.
Okay,
I think that is what the constitution envisaged. It's another thing to see whether they are competent to perform in office. So until they start performing and perhaps come with their new ideas, we can start assessing them on that basis.
When this report came out, people were saying that the Southeasterners were not really represented at the appointment.
But I think people are beginning to attribute Ogala, the Chief of Naval Staff,
Rear Admiral,
as somebody from Enugu State. I don't know specifically, but it's on that basis of speculation and saying it's balanced. If actually it's from Enugu State, we have seen somebody from the southwestern part of the country, northern part of the country, and all that, then I think it's fair.
Okay, from the appointment, do you think that security will not be an issue, as it were, in Buhari's regime?
The only time you can determine whether security is an issue is when we start seeing their competence. And we can only see their competence when they assume responsibility. So it's another thing to hail and applaud the appointment because of the geographical spread. It's another thing to say whether they are competent. And the only way you can measure competence is when you give them time to perform.
Okay, your appraisal is from the federal character aspect.
Exactly.
Then knowing whether they are competent or not
is based on their
performance
in office.
Okay, let's look at the tribunal where Labour Party brought an Amazon engineer to testify in court.
You see, for me, I think, like I always maintain, it's good we are having this issue challenge in court. Because there are so many things we want the court to resolve. Particularly the position of INEC before the election, interpreting the law, turning instead to arbiter. We are not comfortable with that. We want the court of competent jurisdiction to do interpretation to most of the areas, gray areas.
Okay.
Because I told you that the other time that in Lagos State, after the presidential election, before the governorship election, Labour Party in Lagos State and even in Akwa Ibom State took INEC to court to ask court to compare INEC to transfer the election result electronically for the purpose of governorship election in Lagos State and in Akwa Ibom State. And court saw reason with them because you made the guideline and the guideline you made is in tandem with the Electoral Act, and along the line you want to renege on it. So in the same vein, we want the court to determine all these issues and not INEC being a judge in all case.
Okay, let's look at the federal government and Labour setting up a minimum wage committee for over 8 weeks to look at.
Labour is dead.
They are setting up a committee.
Labour is dead. As far as I'm concerned, we don't have Labour.
So
we don't have Labour.
What they are doing.
We don't have Labour. Labour system exists after Shomole.
Okay.
It's clear. You had this, according to NSC and TUC, you were bargaining. Suddenly, federal government announced price template for premium motor spirit. You ask the federal government to revert to the status quo antebellum so that we continue with negotiation. Federal government refused. Instead, went to industrial courts. Industrial court gave an order that they should suspend the strike. If their decision to suspend the strike was based on the decision of judgment of industrial court, I will not fault them. But they came out to tell Nigerians that, particularly TUC, that federal government has ceded to other demands. So I begin to wonder, at the time you are telling government that you should pay your workers, your members, 200,000 minimum wage. Is it true now to say that federal government have accepted or adjusted salary of TUC members to 200,000 as minimum wage? I don't think that is true. So as far as I'm concerned, Labour is dead in Nigeria.
So that means there's nobody that can fight for.
I'm speaking of opinion. And as far as I'm concerned, Labour is dead in Nigeria.
Okay, so far rate for the few weeks that Bola Ahmed has become the president. Rate him.
In terms of this security appointment, I think it reflected the radical spread. I think he appointed it based on what the constitution demand. But if you look at the report of Amnesty International that came the other time, that over 120 persons have been killed under this administration, I think the president needs to buckle up. It means he's already failing in terms of protecting life and property.
So we have a case
because it's not about the case in court. He is in the saddle. Because the constitution is unambiguous about the protection of life and property. Section 14, subsection B of 1999 Constitution as amended says that the security of Nigerians and their welfare shall be the primary purpose of governance. So when you see Nigerians dying in their number at the mercy of non-state actors under the watch of a president, you cannot help but say he's failing in that area.
Okay. Thank you very much.
That is the essay to president on.
We can continue. I have my brother, Mr. Chigozie. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie.
It's a pleasure having me here.
Okay. We are reacting to the appointment of security chief by the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay. Well, I think to some extent there's some level of balance from where we are coming from, and but what we don't know is the, the quality or the capacity of those that were elected. It is not known. They are just like black sheeps, and nobody knows their capacity to man such offices, except for Rivado, of course, who is an old face. Other ones are new breeds, and we hope that
We hope.
yes, everything depends on hope. Otherwise, if the hope is dashed, then everything you can't have anything out of it. So we do hope that these people will serve humanity in the first place, and not to serve the man who appointed them. So if they are coming to serve Tinubu, that will be a different thing. So we hope that they are not coming to serve the interests and protect the interests of Tinubu, but the generality of the Nigerian people. If that is the case, well, I may want to say congratulations to them. But if they are there to serve and protect the interests of Ahmed Bola Tinubu against the Nigerian people, well, I think they are buying something they can chew.
Let's talk about what concerns Nigerians now. We know that there is 7.5% VAT on crude oil that is going to affect petrol. Although already we're buying 500 naira, we are having electricity tariff that will be increased. Let's talk about what concerns Nigerians.
Well, Nigerians has been in this mess and this quagmire, but we are they are charting the way, hoping that they will get out of this woods anytime soon. But beyond my wishes, I think the people must rise to hold the government accountable. Not until this is done, they will continue to take the people for granted. It is not done elsewhere in other civilized Western society. You can't just come up with any policy without considering the implication, economic and social implication or impact it might have on the people. Mostly when it will have to when it borders on the safety and security of the people. So those harsh policies should be vehemently resisted by the people. And you cannot continue to rip up. You are just there by chance. Everybody could also be the president. So, but the fact you are there does not make you the Almighty. You are there to serve the people and act within the arms of the law, rather than taking things and lording it over to the people, not minding how they feel, or of course, everybody to himself. And if you are dull, let the devil taste you. I think such mentality should be challenged. We are not in a banana republic. We are not in military dictatorship. Otherwise, they are telling us that is what they are known for.
Okay, federal government Labour set up minimum wage committee. Are we going to trust the Labour at this point in time?
Not even in this state of moribund. Nigeria is in the state of moribund, is in the state of insolvency, where, of course, they are scampering for survival. No available resources to sustain the running of this country. So when a country comes to the point, or any establishment come to the point that you can no longer feast your bees conveniently and have something left to run the process, then you are dead. Economically, you are dead, and as Nigeria is dead, nothing is working. Then if something is working, you should prove me wrong. See, salaries arrears have been, of course, oh, look at what will be OT of Dr. OT in Abia State was lamenting. You see, the backlogs of debt left by Ibazu, the former governor, is haunting him. You see, and those governors Before leaving office, they left with unimaginable largesse, I mean, compensations, and they will still be placed in the payroll or pension or whatever entitlement from the coffers of the state funds, which they looted to stupor. So, how many of the Nigerian states are viable? That is a fundamental issue. And considering the debt rates, you know that this is, if it doesn't kill Nigeria, Nigeria will die naturally. So that is the reality. If the debt profile did not kill Nigeria, Nigeria will die naturally. So the only thing they are doing now is to shift the burden on the masses that are already uh, crying, looking forward to most of this burden to be lifted, and you are adding to the ones they have. So you indirectly want to kill the people to sustain Nigeria. How possible could that be? So it's a function of time that will reveal.
Let's look at the tribunal. Again, Labour Party INEC lawyers class over poor materials.
Of course, that will continue to be the experience until everything is done and dusted. From the proceedings of yesterday, even the presiding judge, by rated, reprimanded the INEC legal counsels and directed them to inform their client that these delay tactics they are deploying to frustrate, of course, the proceedings should be vehemently resisted. You cannot tell us that the documents you announced, the result you announced, you can provide the document more than more than 3 months after the pronouncement of the election. Why? Because they have something they can defend, and they are trying to cover up. And how long will that sustain? That becomes a function of time. Even with this revelation by the representative of INEC cloud engineer, Amazon cloud engineer,
Yes, because INEC hosted the site on Amazon.
was a deadly blow to INEC and APC. I don't think they will survive this. No medication can keep them on the path of recovery, because that is the last straw they can defend. It has been established that there is a deliberate and intentional, deliberate attempt and conspiracy to subvert the electoral mandate of the people. And this has been established yesterday, and it is very clear now that INEC intentionally manipulated the results to favor whosoever they think could pay for the job.
Okay, thank you very much, Matthew. I have Mr. Kunle, Mr. Kunle.
Yeah, good morning, Christian.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone.
Many Nigerians are happy, are praising the president for his appointment of the service chiefs.
Yeah, I went through the service chief appointments yesterday. The people he selected, I would say selected, because they have to
Selected,
selected.
appointed.
No, it purposely go through their profile and select who he deems fit to carry on with his to tag him on, to tag them on with his Renew Hope administration. And I think I have to make things clear here.
You see, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Looking at Buhari's administration until we see there's a difference. He said he's going to step in his shoes. Is he really stepping in his shoes?
Yeah, he has started already. He has started by removing the military hierarchy, the commander-in-chief, the chief of defense, the chief of army staff, by changing the narrative. He has already started. And mind you, there was a breaking news, I think from Asari or who else, broke that news to us that majority of the oil thefts, the power that be are behind them. And who are the powers that be? The military guys. Actually, it's the duty of the civil defense.
NSCDC.
NSDC, CDC. Is their duty, right, to man our oil, power oil, oil, what's it called, pipeline and every other thing. But I don't know how the military came into being. So that probe, if he wants to do the needful now, they have to probe whosoever are involved in oil theft in that oil riverine
The
area.
military should probe themselves.
No, not the military. How will the military probe themselves? It's the civilians, it's the commander-in-chief that can order the probe. You know, it's the commander-in-chief of armed forces and the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So he has control over the armed forces. He has control over the civilians. So if he wants to do the needful, he should bring all of them to go. And again, if he wants to do the good job he has started, he wants to just cap the good job he has started, let him invite all the past presidents. Invite the past president from the advent of this democracy we ushered ourselves in. Bring them to its round table. And who are the people you people enrich? Who are the people that are making Nigerians suffer? Who are the people that are involved in fuel subsidy? You know, because all these fuel subsidy cabal, they are cronies of majority of these past leaders. Because what they do is they assign allocations of oil, subsidy to them. Some even went through take the vessel round. You know, a son of a prominent Nigerian politician in this country just, sailed down the vessel, empty vessel, and he came back and he collected, subsidy money. So what are we now saying? The money is still in their hands. Let them give back. Let them bring back, that money to help the masses, to help the government to function. Why some people are strolling in billions, some people are wallowing in poverty to hit a square meal is, why some people take a flight to Paris, take a flight to London, take a flight to America to go and eat lunch and same time come back, or take a flight to the UK to go and watch Premiership and still come back. Why? So majority of the citizens are languishing in poverty. Something has to be done. Let them invite the past leaders.
Let's also talk about labor. They are meeting with federal government so as to set up a committee to harness the minimum wage.
Yes, it's not only labor. That you see what I've been pointing on with labor. The issues I have with labor is not only labor that constitute the nations, that constitute the population of the nation. What's the percentage of the labor in the 220 million, apart from even private sector? How about the self-employed people? They need to be taken care of likewise. Are they not Nigerians? Is it only labor? And you're talking of labor. All this labor, I can tell you, they are like a ladder to corruption in all their departments. MDA, it takes a civil servant. It takes a civil servant to teach a politician that is just coming into a parastatals or an MDA, right? Ministry departmental, it takes a civil servant to show a newcomer in that parastatal how they do things. So to me, both this labor, both this civil servant, they need to probe themselves of corruption. Because it's in Nigeria, you see a civil servant that is earning 40,000 or 50,000 and is riding a car of 12 million, 13 million. It's in Nigeria. 50,000, 12 million. It's in Nigeria, you see a civil servant that build houses. Like, look at our accountant general. He rose to that post. He rose from the low to that post. And how come 100 and something billion naira Nigeria, our hard-earned resources, our commonwealth ended up in his hand, if not by corruption? And for him to have done as a accountant general, imagine what the minister, if the minister happens to be corrupt likewise, imagine what the minister will have embezzled. So the system we are practicing, we should check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. The system, the masses, now what we need to do, we should, get things right and be upright so that we can come to the table with a clean hand. We can come to the table with a clean hand so that we can be able to put these people to check. And so labor, to me, labor should think towards, think beyond the box, think outside the box, to look at that the masses themselves, the self-employed people, what did they have? What plans did they have? What negotiation are they going to do with government, or what negotiation are they going to embark on with government to carry along the self-employed people likewise, because we are we are all Nigerians. We are all
You say we're
Nigerians.
going to correct something that he said.
Yeah, it's about Amazon. Is it Amazon?
Yes.
You see, in our electoral bill, what's it called? Electoral bill, this man signed.
Okay.
There was nowhere they mandate it on say you have to use beavers. Abi, it's either manual, the results will be transmitted either manual or electronic.
They're the options.
There are two options. So if one now switch to the other option, are you going to tell me it's just like you are talking WAEC? You can use WAEC to enter and you can use NECO to enter university. So which one is, what's the difference between the two? So I don't know why people are just wasting their time. I expected the people that are in court now bringing all this evidence that is not relevant. I expected them to find something tangible to, even the evidence that is tangible to bring down all this. If they did not transmit the election through electronic, they listen. It has been stated in the electoral bill, you know, that this is either you transmit through manual or electronics, and it decided to, you know, do the other way. So to me, the only clause I just see in it, it ought to have put people awareness on it that okay, oh, due to, you know, and that was what people are blaming Mahmoud for. You need to speak out, talk to people. You can't just take decision on your own. Let people know due to so we will not be able to, you know. But he kept more, you know, he kept mute that time. He was not even conversing, and this was
Not communicating.
he was not communicating. That's just the problem. That's the problem he had. So to me, about that one they are dragging in court is just a bunch of time being wasted around it.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, and with that, we've come to the end of the program today. I'm Christian Chuku. For more notifications, you can subscribe to News Post TV so that you can get notified when we go on live. Today will be the tribunal meeting, the petition tribunal will hold today. By 2 p.m., there will be lots and lots of things to expect from the courthouse this morning. Yeah, I have Mr. Raf. Good morning, Mr. Raf.
Morning, Christian.
How is your day?
Very, very marvelous.
You're looking fresh. You're looking good.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Okay,
so
let's
much.
look at the appointment made by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have the army chiefs have been changed. We have 4 Southerners, 2 Northerners. Sorry, 5 Southerners, 2 Northerners. One of the Southerners is from Enugu State.
Okay, one of the Southerners
Yeah.
from Enugu State. Anyway, then, the way I say it, the only thing I picked there was, you know, where I found out anomalies. The anomaly in this appointment is one, the majority are the Yoruba, then followed by Hausa North, then the Igbo man only one. You know, it's not supposed to be so. Tinubu should have mixed up everybody, mixed it up, twist it with good qualities, good materials. I'm not saying the people he chose here, we don't have good materials among them. Like the best material I've seen here so far is Nuhu Ribadu. The only person that worked as an FCC boss, and he did well. He did virtually well. He did not embezzle money. The guy worked for passenger. From the time being he appointed him till the last day, he was a good man. And let me tell you again, point of correction, Nuhu Ribadu is from Adamawa. Adamawa, I think, is part of the, you know, let's say mid-belt, but not that mid-belt. Anyway, he's from northeast. Anyway, let's take it like that. He's a good man. Then again, Irabo is out. All those wicked military men, they have, you know, that have, you know, had concentrated in the past, killing innocent people, killing Yoruba warriors, local warriors, killing the Igbo warriors. Let me tell you, Irabo promised Nigerians that he's going to disband the East Central Security Network. Eastern Security Network. He's going to disband them. Irabo from Abo, a very useless, wicked man who does not know his kinsmen. He doesn't know. He did not know the kind of politics Buhari played during his tenure. He keep on concentrated assault in Igbo land, assault in the southern Nigeria, where Fulani men were busy killing farmers. He went to Benue State. They killed that strong guy, that militant in Benue State. They lured him out and killed him. Fulani herdsmen, idiots from Sahel countries, were busy killing Nigerian farmers. Lucky Irabo is gone. Tinubu is supposed to arrest him. Tinubu is supposed to arrest Irabo and investigate him. Those money that were used, to budget for arms deals, arm importation. Irabo ate money. He siphoned and embezzled money of, fat amount of money from the money that was budgeted for arms supply in Nigeria. Irabo is indicted. See, Tinubu should set a panel of inquiry to investigate all these previous chief, security chiefs, military chiefs, or whatever they call themselves, and all that. They should investigate them. I'm telling you, I, went through the appointment. I saw good names like Nuhu Ribadu. I pick him. I don't care if anybody is from Enugu or Anambra there. Because I know that what they are trying to do now is what? To stop IPOB, stop Eastern Security Network. They are not even talking about Fulani herdsmen. Tinubu has never one day condemned Fulani herdsmen attack in Nigeria. When they killed the daughter of Frasonte in Ekiti State, Ondo State, Tinubu went there. He was talking about IPOB. Tinubu was busy accusing finger at his brothers in the southern Nigeria. Tinubu hates Igbo man with passion. See, listen and listen good. Nothing changes. It's still an illegitimate government of President Tinubu. The government is illegitimate. So I've never seen anything good yet. And I'm trying to tell you that this society, our system, is yet, to be sanitized. We are waiting for the right time when the true person that has won election shall take over from the presidency of this country.
Okay, let's look at what is happening at the courts.
The court level, you can see evidences there. Evidences. Let me use the Yoruba word, yakpa. Yakpa evidences. It's too obvious. Obi came into the court auditorium with television, big LCD. He on it. The judges had a field day. They've seen by themselves that this government is an illegitimate government. It's not a government that the Nigerian people hoped for or were, willing to accept or voted for. Let me tell you, it is a government that was imposed on us. Somebody just come again and do what? Sit on our head. Operation continuous. Then he gave us the birthday, the inauguration gift. That is oil subsidy. And now you can see Nigerians are buying 500 per liter. So what it is, once upon a time, a better government. We don't want to hear that once upon a time, Buhari government, a better government than this. No, we don't want it. So which is why I'm saying that Tinubu should hand over to the right person that Nigerians voted for. Willy-nilly.
That will be history.
Yes. Willy-nilly. They said that nobody has ever unsat a Nigerian sitting president before through the court. It is going to happen this time. Failure to do so, the youth are coming out in partnership with external forces to take what is theirs. Yes. That's the only way you can deal with African leaders. They feel that that place belongs to their father and mothers. But anything leadership belongs to everybody. Whosoever the cap fits should put it on his head. We are not trying to play any wayo, any jagabanism or dribble or madonnaism. No. What we are here for is a modern society whereby democracy should be what? A government of the whole people. Not even the people representing us in the high places, various government agencies and offices. The government is for you and I, and we are more powerful than government this time because that is the tenet of democracy. Okay. And listen to me. Democracy is what prevailed over the divine right given to king in the past.
Divine right.
Yes. Before now, you see that judges were prophets were judges over Israel. until they said they want to have kings. From having king, what happened? God allowed them to choose by themselves what they want. Then king keep on, monarchy keep on proliferating from BC era. After BC, what we have in 17th century was democracy. I think you understand. The first society that what put it in place is United States of America in 1776. That was what flawed the divine right of the king. The people now came out in America and made the choice of theirs in 1776, 4th July. They chose an army general, George Washington. He led them, I think, more than 3 tenures because he was a good man. So from there, it expanded. And look at our own democracy today. A democracy in Nigeria is a monkey democracy. A democracy in Nigeria is a democracy whereby a group of thieves can hijack government, can hijack mandate from the rightful person. That the people, the entire country said, this is our choice. So our democracy, I don't think, is the right democracy that Americans, George Washington fought for in 1776 against the British, the Spanish, the Portuguese. When America became truly for the Americans, 230 something years ago. You see it?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Matthew.
Didn't Trump invited KGB? What's it called? Russian KGB.
Yeah.
Come and hack American election.
So no election is perfect.
No election is perfect.
Okay, with that, we've come to the end of the program this morning. Christian Chukwu, please subscribe to News Post TV, share, like, and comment so that we can have more reach to other persons. Till tomorrow for another wonderful edition of the program, Voice on the Streets. I'm Christian. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
There must be sentiment, there must be favorism. As we are now, they say all human beings are politically. We as we I've read that too. I don't know whether they say all human beings